I got to tell you this. There is already a Veterans Day controversy.
Oh, great.
So let's dive in, see how we feel about this. Now, there was an event that happened this weekend, and Michael Strahan was there. It was at the San Diego Naval Base, and it was all about the NFL action this weekend. And they're calling it a controversial act, okay? This is the controversy. You have all of the football goons out there. I know a couple of them. I see Terry Bradshaw. I see Jimmy, Cowboys coach guy. Jimmy Cowboys
Jimmy
coach.
Sausage.
Nope, not Jimmy Sausage. That doesn't seem to work. No.
Johnson?
Jimmy Johnson. That's the guy right there. Jimmy Johnson is next to him. And then that looks like, is that the Gronk? I don't know. I think that might be.
We're going to find out, Jules.
It's the Gronk. That is the man from the Dudes on Dudes podcast right there in the flesh. And they all have their hands over their hearts at this Veterans Day event.
Oh, but Michael Strahan, how dare he?
He did not put his in fact, his are over his crotch. That's
because he was aroused with American spirit.
That's a real sign that he doesn't like America here. The national anthem was playing. Everybody else stood with their hand over their heart, and Strahan angered fans on social media.
Oh, my God. Who cares?
When he instead stood with his hands interlocked in front of him.
It doesn't mean anything.
It means he hates America is what it means. Look at that.
It does not.
I see 4 America
crazy.
lovers and 1 America hater.
I would love to see the timestamps of when this was immediately being tweeted out about, because if the song had not finished, that means your hand is not on your heart, and you are tweeting out about it to make controversy.
It was a one-handed tweet. This was certainly a one-handed tweet. Yeah. Well, you don't have to do that yet. We're not there yet. In fact, you know how you know?
How?
The Wikipedia entry is still for Twitter. I haven't changed it to X yet.
Elon.
So it's not yet fully over. It's still, by some stretches of the imagination, still Wikipedia.
The one for X is just a really long story about a letter.
Michael Strahan, hands on the crotch, not over his heart, for Veterans Day, right before Veterans Day, for an NFL broadcast. Unbelievable. With a capital B. Now, I say, and I know this is controversial on Veterans Day, that this is stupid and this is not a big deal at all. But what do you say? You let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. This is like when somebody goes, he didn't take his hat off at the baseball game.
I have witnessed that almost fight.
Good God.
Everybody becomes an instant patriot. You know?
Absolutely. And then forget that some people wear hats for a particular reason. Whether it's bad hair day or just they're hat people or whatever it is, that doesn't mean that you're not paying any less respect than the other person.
I got to tell you, how often is it a veteran that's freaking out about this? Almost never. It's like people walk by and go, who would like to serve in the United States military? Please raise your hands. And a couple of hands go up. And then they go by and they go, who's offended by Michael Strahan not putting his hand over his heart at the national anthem?
American.
Everybody puts their hands up like, oh, my God, how could he do this? We all know this is not the reason why Michael Strahan is a weaselly hack, all right? The real reason why Michael Strahan is a weaselly hack was that whole back and forth between him and Chris Harrison of The Bachelor after that dumbass fake controversy that got him fired. And Michael Strahan straight dumping on Chris Harrison in the most disingenuous, weaselly way. That is what the man should be dumped on for.
For those that don't remember what you're talking about.
This was when there was this stupid fake controversy about Chris Harrison being a bad person because he defended some contestant on the Bachelor, or it was The Bachelor, and the person was in a party photo from a plantation, and the world decided, let's go out. It was one of those stupid things where everybody's like, all right now we go for her. And Chris Harrison said, like, whoa, let's settle down a little bit. Let's not grab the pitchforks just yet. And then everybody made him apologize. And Michael Strahan clutched his pearls like a little bitch. And that's what he should be canceled for. Not really cancel, but just chastise for. That's what people should look down on him
You should
for.
be called to task for, which is what you're doing.
I mean, also, as like a black American, I feel like he can have an issue with it.
What you think? Like just because he's a black American, his opinion on the subject matters?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. What about a racist black guy?
I don't. Is that Michael Strahan? Is what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is it's not the default that just because that's the case, their opinion matters on the subject. His whole take on that was so stupid. It was dumb, and for that, I dislike him. For this, I could not care less, and I don't really think a lot of veterans do.